The ideal man bears the accidents of life with dignity and grace, making the best of circumstances. Quality is not an act, it is a habit. It is the mark of an educated mind, to be able to entertain a thought, without accepting it. There is no great genius without some touch of madness. In all things of nature there is something of the marvelous. Anybody can become angry, that is easy, but to be angry with the right person and to the right degree, and at the right time and for the right purpose, and in the right way, that is not within everybody's power, and is not easy. Hope is a waking dream. I count him braver who overcomes his desires, than him who conquers his enemies, for the hardest victory is over self. The worst form of inequality is to try to make unequal things equal. A friend to all is a friend to none. He who is unable to live in society, or who has no need because he is sufficient for himself, must be either a beast or a god. The aim of the wise is not to secure pleasure, but to avoid pain. We make war that we may live in peace. Courage is the first of human qualities, because it is the quality which guarantees the others. Personal beauty is a greater recommendation than any letter of reference. The law is reason, free from passion. It is best to rise from life as from a banquet, neither thirsty nor drunken. Fear is pain arising from the anticipation of evil. Wit is educated insolence. The educated differ from the uneducated, as much as the living from the dead. Mothers are fonder than fathers of their children, because they are more certain they are their own. Probable impossibilities are to be preferred to improbable possibilities. Suffering becomes beautiful when anyone bears great calamities with cheerfulness, not through insensibility but through greatness of mind. Moral excellence comes about as a result of habit. We become just by doing just acts, temperate by doing temperate acts, brave by doing brave acts. Change in all things is sweet. A tyrant must put on the appearance of uncommon devotion to religion. Subjects are less apprehensive of illegal treatment from a ruler, whom they consider God-fearing and pious. On the other hand, they do less easily move against him, believing that he has the gods on his side. Wishing to be friends is quick work, but friendship is a slow ripening fruit. Youth is easily deceived, because it is quick to hope. Love is composed of a single soul, inhabiting two bodies. Happiness depends upon ourselves. Whosoever is delighted in solitude is either a wild beast or a god. You will never do anything in this world without courage. It is the greatest quality of the mind next to honor. The aim of art is to represent not the outward appearance of things, but their inward significance. At his best, man is the noblest of all animals, Separated from law and justice, he is the worst. Pleasure in the job puts perfection in the work. The energy of the mind is the essence of life. Well begun is half done. Those that know, do. Those that understand, teach. Good habits formed at youth make all the difference. The roots of education are bitter, but the fruit is sweet. Republics decline into democracies, and democracies degenerate into despotisms. What it lies in our power to do, it lies in our power not to do. The ultimate value of life depends upon awareness, and the power of contemplation rather than upon mere survival. Jealousy is both reasonable and belongs to reasonable men, while envy is base and belongs to the base, for the one makes himself get good things by jealousy, while the other does not allow his neighbor to have them through envy. It is just that we should be grateful, not only to those with whose views we may agree, but also to those who have expressed more superficial views, for these also contributed something by developing before us the powers of thought. The soul never thinks without a picture. For one swallow does not make a summer, nor does one day, and so too one day, or a short time, does not make a man blessed and happy. My best friend is the man who in wishing me well wishes it for my sake. Education is an ornament in prosperity, and a refuge in adversity. To run away from trouble is a form of cowardice, and, while it is true that the suicide braves death, he does it not for some noble object, but to escape some ill. I have gained this from philosophy, that I do without being commanded what others do, only from fear of the law. Education is the best provision for old age. Those who educate children well are more to be honored than they who produce them, for these only gave them life, those the art of living well. Democracy is when the indigent, and not the men of property, are the rulers. Democracy arises out of the notion that those who are equal in any respect are equal in all respects. Because men are equally free, they claim to be absolutely equal. The whole is more than the sum of its parts. Plato is dear to me, but dearer still is truth. All paid jobs absorb and degrade the mind. Friendship is essentially a partnership. Without friends no one would choose to live, though he had all other goods. All men by nature desire knowledge. Politicians also have no leisure, because they are always aiming at something beyond political life itself, power and glory, or happiness. Of all the varieties of virtues, liberalism is the most beloved. No excellent soul is exempt from a mixture of madness. The virtue of justice consists in moderation, as regulated by wisdom.